Now I am continuing the session, that is LU decomposition method. Continuing this, a similar method obtained from 2, that is this is 2. If U, that is instead of L, is required to have main diagonal elements, that is principal diagonal elements. One, one, one. In both cases, factorization 2 is unique. Okay. So according to the options, you have to decide whether to take diagonal elements of L is equal to 1 or diagonal elements of U is equal to 1. Okay. That is. So, both methods are applicable provided all the principal minors of A non-zero. I will explain. What is minor of a matrix A? Long back I tell you. An R cross R submatrix determinant of R cross R submatrix is called A minor of A. So principal minor of A means A11 is the first element of the matrix A. The first element determinant not equal to 0. Similarly, deleting third row, third column from a 3 by 3 matrix A, the remaining submatrix determinant is called second order principal minor of A. The first A11 determinant of first element A11 is called first order principal minor of A. The matrix A itself determinant is called third order principal minor of A. These three values determinant not equal to 0. So, this is also true. I mean, this method is also applicable for two equations in two variables also. Okay. Okay, take care, A is equal to LU. They never ask directly XYZ values. They provide some A matrix. Which of the following factorization of this A, L and U? Either they ask L or U or both. Depending on the options, you proceed further. Okay. The method itself, what I have written the notes, that is called explanation only, directly, simple language. See, what is principal minus means? Matrix A is equal to A11, 9 elements, 3 by 3 matrix, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33 has determinant A11, comma, determinant A11, A12, A21, A22 and determinant A are the principal minors of A 3 cross 3 matrix. Deleting the last two rows and last two columns, that is this one. Deleting last row, last column, you will get this submatrix determinant. The matrix A itself determinant is called all the principal minor. This is called first order principal minor of a 3 by 3 matrix. This determinant is called the second order principal minor of the matrix A, leading principal minor. So please remember, leading. Okay, provided all the principal minors, leading principal minors. These three are called leading principal minors. Okay, that is. Here I forgot to write all the leading you know that leading means first element, then there is the priority, next 4 elements, next 9 elements means like this. Example, this question asked in 2015, 2 by 2 matrix. In the LU decomposition, method of the matrix A is equal to 2, 2, 4, 9, 2 by 2 matrix, very easy, comma, if the diagonal elements of U are both 1, then lower diagonal entry L22 of L capital L is dash. So already it is a 2 by 2 matrix. They are asking one of the element in the lower triangular matrix, lower diagonal, upper diagonal. A 2 by 2 matrix having 2 diagonal elements. A11 is the upper diagonal element, A22 is the lower diagonal element. Element is also called entry. And they have given diagonal elements of U are 1. I told the procedure, diagonal elements of L, for convenience, take 1. A similar method can be obtained if you take, instead of L, that upper triangular matrix having the main diagonal elements 1. That is also true. Okay? Now, let A is equal to L into U, where L is equal to, what is lower triangular matrix? L11, 0, L21, L22. Only 2 by 2 matrix. And upper triangular matrix, below the diagonal elements 0, U11, U12, 0, U22. But here, this value mentioned already. This is equal to 1 and this is equal to 1. Okay? So, from this, what is A matrix? 2, 2, 4, 9. What is L into U? First row into this matrix. So, simplifies to L11, first element. First row into second column. That is L11, U12 plus 0 into anything, 0. Second row into first column. L21 into 1, that is L21 plus L22 into 0, 0. Next, second row into second column. L21 into U12 plus L22 into U22 value 1. That is no change. So, two matrices are equal means corresponding elements are equal. So, L11, we got 2. They are asking L22, this is. When to find L22, first you have to find L21, U12. To find L21, I can equate directly. To find U12 from this, 1 by 1 they are asking. Next, second element is equal to second element. That is L11 into U12 is equal to 2. So what is this value? 2. So finally U12 simplifies 1. U12 value 1. And L21 third element is equal to third element. And finally fourth element L21 into U12 plus L22 is equal to 9. So what is L21 value? 4. U12 value just now we found is equal to 1. 4 into 1, 4. Shift 4 into right side minus 4 will give lower diagonal entry of L. That is L22 is equal to 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. Suppose in the same question, find L and U matrices, 4 options ABCD given. They won't mention any hint, that is lower diagonal elements of L is equal to 1 or diagonal elements of U is equal to 1. If suppose they are not mentioned, then according to the options, which of the maximum options having lower triangular matrix diagonal elements 1, upper triangular matrix diagonal elements 1. According to that, we have to proceed. Just like in diagonalization 2006 problem, A, B, C options are in the form of product of 3 matrices. That's why I proceed that example solution by diagonalization, though they do not mention diagonalization method in the question. Okay. Now I am going to start differential calculus. You will get vector calculus in Max 2 subject. This is differential and integral. So the subtopics are limits, derivative, continuity, integrals, maxima minima, mean value theorems, Taylor series, total derivative. These are the subtopics in differential and integral calculus. Okay. So first we start with limits topic. Before that, we have to learn some basics definitions of calculus. That is absolute value of a real number, integer part of a number x. Okay, these 2 definitions, and if necessary some other formulas. Then we go to start that limits procedure.